Carole Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Can convince me that it didn't happen. Hi lovelies, and welcome back to this reading on the Netflix show Tiger King. I asked you on Instagram and YouTube to send me questions that you wanted to know, and I got a lot of the same questions. So I have literally 6 questions in total, and I think these are the 6 questions that everyone kind of wants to know. If you like this reading, please do hit a big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy videos like this, because I post them every single week. It's entirely free and we are a lovely community, so do come and join us. I do offer private readings. At the moment I am on a little bit of a break, but you can email me if you'd like to be added to the waiting list for when I return. The last thing I guess I should ask you to do is to comment down below whether you believe Carole Baskin did kill her husband, whack him. But without further ado, let's get into the reading. First question I'm going to pull on is, someone asked, can you speak on Travis's death? Was it an accident or was it suicide? So I'll be entirely honest, I actually missed the episode where Travis passed away. But if I remember correctly, Travis was one of Joe Exotic's husbands. He was a young boy, and I remember as soon as I saw him, he had quite a timid and shy energy, and I feel like he was kind of taken advantage of by Joe. Joe has a very dominant, persuasive energy. He has a way of making you do what he wants you to do, and he does it with his exterior. He has a very, some may say charming, you know, he's intriguing. He has an intriguing character, and for someone like Travis, who was out there looking for excitement, looking for life to come alive again, because he was already suicidal and depressive before Joe kind of came into his life. So he was looking for that. He was looking for that good vibes and that excitement and that that interesting kind of energy. And so I think Joe knew that and kind of played on it. So anyway, let's pour on Travis's energy and see, you know, was it an accident? Did he mean to commit suicide? How many cards should we take, Spirit, for this? Okay, let's take 4 cards. I think they're saying 4 cards. Okay, Travis. Ooh, okay. Did Travis commit suicide intentionally, or was this by an accident? Did Travis commit suicide intentionally, or was this an accident? Did Travis commit suicide intentionally, or was this an accident? Okay. Okay. This is about Travis, by Spirit. He was intentional about it, and yeah, his energy is Page of Cups, of course it is. So Travis did mean to take his own life. Justice card confirms that. The Page of Cups is representational of his energy. Like I say, very youthful, immature, and I do feel like he was immature for his age. I don't know whether he had a very traumatic childhood, but he wasn't fully adult, you know, he wasn't mentally his actual age. I just feel like he was a few years behind. He was a very sensitive soul, a very sad soul, and I feel like he came from a very sad home. 10 of Pentacles is about inheritance of money, and 4 of Wands is stability. So he was seeking that. That's what he wanted. He wanted financial security, and he wanted stability, and Joe Exotic could give him that. He could give him a roof over his head, he could give him money, and it wasn't something he ever had to worry about. But penultimately, this was something he wanted to do, and he was intentional about it. The reason being, I think he got what he wanted and he still wasn't happy. And he realised at that point that he probably wasn't ever going to be happy. And so he did make the decision to take his own life, as well as there were stresses that went on within the relationship. Obviously, Joe Exotic had his own issues, and Travis was already dealing with his own inner stress and couldn't really take on anyone else's. So Yes, he was definitely intentional with what he did. The second question is, will Joe Exotic be released from jail early? Now, as soon as I asked this question, I instantly felt Spirit say yes, and they said he will be let out on good behaviour. It's not because he's going to be proved innocent, it's simply because he's going to have behaved well in prison. They make me feel that he actually gets on very well with the security guards. Again, he has this exterior, and people are kind of fascinated by him and what he has to say, and I feel like he keeps on the good side of the, not the security guards, the prison guards. He keeps on the good side of them. So will Joe get out of prison early? Let's have a quick look at that and how it's going to work. When I tap into that kind of energy, I'm either getting 8 or 18. So I don't know if he's going to get out 8 years on from now or 18 years on, or whether he's going to get out 8 years early or 18 years early, because I think he's sentenced right now to about 22 years. So Spirit, can you tell us whether Joe Exotic, through the cards, is going to get out of prison early? Because intuitively you're telling me yes, but can you please confirm whether Joe Exotic is going to get out of prison early? Is Joe going to be released from jail early? Is Joe going to be released from jail early? I think actually we only need one card on this. Is Joe going to be released from jail early, Spirit? Ooh. Give me another, Spirit. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Yes, he is going to be released from jail early. Yes, I do feel he will get away early because the Seven of Swords is present. The Seven of Swords in the original Rider-Waite deck represents a man walking away from a situation which he's done with, but he does it cunningly. He does it through deception, he does it through deceit, he's got a plan. Joe Exotic has a plan. Joe Exotic is not a stupid man. He's very conniving and he knows how to get his own way. The Queen of Swords is represented by Carole Baskin. Carole Baskin is the whole reason that this man is in jail. The Seven of Swords represents sneaking away from something, so getting away with something that you shouldn't have gotten away with. And I feel that Joe Exotic should be in prison, but not for the reason that he is in prison. He's in prison because of Carole Baskin. That's not why he should be in prison. He should be in prison for his, you know, the things he did to his animals. That's why he should be in prison, because I don't feel like he treated them very well, and I think, you know, the documentary kind of made that clear at the end. So he should be in prison, but he's in prison for the wrong reason, which is why the Queen of Swords comes up, because she is heavily tied to this situation, and Carole Baskin is the Queen of Swords. Like I said, they're giving me 8 or 18. I don't know what one that represents, but I do feel that he will get out early. I don't feel like he'll serve his full time in jail. Number 3, leading on from what we've just said, is, did Joe actually love his tigers, or was he mean to them? Now, instantly I pick up that he was very abusive to his tigers. You know, there was no, he loved the fact that he could control them, because this is a man who thrives off having power. Like I said, I feel like he also came from a very traumatic background that made him feel very small, and so as an adult his whole thing is wanting to feel empowered and wanting to feel in charge and wanting to feel in control. And because he has such a destructive relationship with humans from his childhood, he then resorted to animals because he felt like he could relate to them and that he could control them in a way that he can't do with human beings, unless they have an energy like Travis's and they're easy to manipulate. So 100%. I'm going to pull the cards just to see the treatment that the animals had, but I know for a fact, because Spirit has shown me visions, that the animals were harmed. They just weren't treated very well at all. So anyway, Spirit are telling me we're going to pull 2 or 3 cards, Spirit. Okay, we'll pull 3 cards. So did Joe Exotic love his animals? Okay. Yep. Did Joe Exotic love his animals, or did he treat them badly? Did Joe Exotic love his animals, or did he treat them badly? Yeah, they were just, all of those animals were for him, were a way of making money. They gave him, the sun is about a new beginning. The animals gave him a new start. The Eight of Wands is about opportunity. Because it's a Wands card, I always associate Wands with your passion. And his passion was to be a businessman, was to be in charge, was to be the boss. They gave him that. Queen of Pentacles, obviously money. They brought a lot of money into his life. So there's no love cards here. There's no the Lovers. There's no the Ace of Cups. There's no Cups cards. It was basically about giving him a brand new life where he could be in charge, where he could be in control, and where he could gain money. There was no real love for the tigers. He just loved the way that he could basically be the boss of them. Exotic set up. And someone also asked and went further and said, was he set up by Jeff Lowe and Carole Baskin? The honest answer that I pick up from that is hell yeah. Hell yeah, he was. I do believe he was set up. Because when like I said, Joe is in prison, but he's in prison for the wrong thing. Because I don't feel like he was the one. And I instantly said that. I was like, was Joe out to, you know, to kill Carole Baskin? And Spirit told me no, he wasn't. But they showed me Jeff. And so I do feel like Jeff, there was some manipulation, like people were out, people didn't like the way he treated them. Like I said, this guy he's not a people person. He doesn't know how to deal with people. And so, yes, people might have been nicey to his face, but behind his back, they hated him. And people, was more than one person involved in this. I feel like there was 5 people involved. Spirit are giving me 5 people. But he pulled the cards and will confirm. So, was Joe Exotic set up? Was Joe Exotic set up? Did someone set him up, please, Spirit? Did someone set him up so he went to jail? Please tell me, did someone set him up? Interesting. Did someone set up Joe Exotic? Okay. I'm going to pull a 4th card just to confirm. Did someone set up Joe Exotic? Yeah. People involved in this. What a mess. What a ratchet mess. So there was a young man who helped. And I feel that was the ex-husband. There's a husband that Joe has that's still alive. He got married to both of them, right? He got married to Travis and the other guy at the same time. The other guy, who I'm not sure what his name is, but he was involved. Carole Baskin was involved. Carole Baskin also is representative. When I pre-pulled on her, she's representative of the High Priestess, because that woman has a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets. The Star and the 9 of Wands. This was a very passionately led plan. This was planned. This was very carefully thought up. Carole Baskin's not a stupid woman either. You know, they may come across very silly people. But to crazy stuff like this, they are very good at thinking about these weird things and how to do it. And I feel like Carole Baskin was approached by 2 men, and I feel like the ex-boyfriend was one of them, and Jeff may have been the other person. I feel like she was approached by 2 men to say, you know, do you want to do this? She said, hell yeah, I don't want him to be a part of my life. So I feel like there were 5 people involved. I feel like one of them was Carole Baskin, one of them was the ex-husband, one of them was Jeff Lowe, one of them was Carole Baskin's current husband, and there was a 5th member involved. And I feel like it's that other weird guy that worked on the, he testified against Joe in the court case. I don't know what his name was. I think he had like curly hair and glasses or something. But there were 5 people involved in this. Spirit are very adamant about that. It was not just Carole and Jeff Lowe. Let me tell you, there were other people involved in this, because people don't like Joe Exotic. He's not a very nice person, so people did want to bring him down. Number 5 is it karmic? Is it karma, for Joe that he ended up caged in prison, like he caged his animals? Yes. And I already answered that. I'm not going to pull on that, because like I said, Joe is in prison. The spirit told me this from the get-go. Joe is in prison and he should be there, but he is in prison for the wrong reasons. So yes, it ended up that he's where he should be. Will he learn his lesson? He has taken time to reflect on it, but no, he enjoys the power trip too much, but he definitely won't learn from it. And I can see him going on to do many more dodgy dealings when he does get released. Like, that's just the kind of person that he is, and he needs to be in control of something. But yes, it's definitely karmic energy that he has now ended up encaged, like he caged his animals. And the last question, my loves, the one that everybody wants to know the answer to is, did Carole Baskin kill her husband? What happened to Carole Baskin's husband, and is he still alive? Well, let me tell you, I came into this with the impression that yes, Carole Baskin did kill her husband, whacked him, fed him to tigers and they're snacking. I came in with that impression. However, as I meditated and I connected to a spirit, they told me this is not the case. I was like, what? I was certain that this crazy woman did that, but no. They tell me that he left. And she knows exactly where he is. Well, she knows exactly where he went. She doesn't know where he is now, but she knew where he was going. They had a very unhappy marriage. Carole Baskin was with this man for his money. She wasn't really interested in the relationship, and he did like her in the beginning, but as soon as he started to realise that she was just using him, he wasn't really in for it either. Something dodgy was happening with money with them, because this man had a lot of money. But something was about to go wrong with it. Some legal matter or something was about to go wrong with the money. And so he basically said, well, I don't think this is working out. I'd rather not go to jail, so I'm just going to fake my own death. And they show me that I feel like he went somewhere tropical. I feel like he's actually got another wife now. I feel like he's actually moved on and he's got another life now. And she basically, for her to keep her mouth closed and for him to continue living, they basically cashed out on his life insurance. Carole Baskin is an opportunist. When she sees something, she knows how to make it work to her ability. And she saw that in this man from the get-go. No, I don't feel like he is dead. I feel like he's somewhere living tropical, sipping pina colada with a nice new wife. But we will pull some cards just to confirm. Spirit are telling me we'll pull for... Do you want 2 or 3 cards? We'll do 2 and then see. Right. I don't really feel like we need to pull. That just came over instantly. I didn't even get to ask the question. I don't think I'm going to pull anything else on that, because that says everything to me. He went out into, you know, like the Hermit, if you look at the card, talks about going into hiding. It can represent that. It can represent going into... Oh my God, why is it so dark? Let me just... so you can see the card. It can talk about going into hiding and, you know, taking shelter and, you know, reflecting and reanalyzing your life and reassessing what you need to do and thinking about how you're going to change. And it talks about, you know, going away. Basically, it basically talks about going away. So no, he's not dead. He is in hiding. Confirmed by the Hermit card. I hope you enjoyed this light-hearted reading on the Netflix show Tiger King. Please do leave some love in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your theories down there as well. Hit a lovely thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading. Please do subscribe if you like psychic readings, because I upload them every single week. You can follow me over on Instagram if you'd like to see what goes on when the camera turns off. And I thank you so much, as always, lovelies, for sticking with me, supporting me and watching me. I'm very grateful for you all. Stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye!